Okay, so we all want to gain more distance off the tee. What if I told you that I could show you how to get 30 or more yards off your tee shots in one swing? You can even do this out on the golf course in the middle of play. Sounds like a big promise, right? But I can deliver. You'll see it's really simple. I do want you to make sure that you watch through the entire video though, because this tip, although it'll work the first time you try it, there are some things that I need to caution you on. Otherwise, you're going to be spraying the ball all over the place. Okay, so let's get right into it. So our conventional setup to the golf ball for a drive is basically to set up with that ball just off the inset of our lead foot. And we stand over the ball, we take it back, and then when we come through, we make sure we keep our weight and our head and everything behind the ball, and boom, we hit a nice, beautiful drive. Now, when I'm on a par 5 and I want to just launch one out there, I make one small adjustment, and it gives me 30 or more extra yards. Before I show you what that is, if you've liked my videos and you've found value in them, I'd like to ask you to please hit the like button so the algorithm will pick up my videos and send them out to more people. And please subscribe so that you can see all the new content that I set out. Okay, thanks. Right into the tip now. All I do when I really want to launch one out there is I adjust where that ball is. When I want to really nail one, I'll move that ball up off the toes of my lead foot. Okay, what this does is this helps me launch the ball even higher. It'll carry it a lot further, and since I use a 9.5 degree driver, I still get my normal rollout, but this will really launch the ball out there. There are a couple of things though that you have to watch out for when you try this tip. If you swing with the conventional swing method where you are rolling your wrist at impact and trying to get that to square up right at impact, this setup here may cause you to hook the ball because you're so used to rolling right here and squaring right here that you're actually probably going to be a little closed when you come through. If you happen to have a bit of an outside in swing, then it's going to be a pull slice. With our swing method, our wrist action is more like this. We don't have that problem because even after normal impact, we're still square to the target long after that ball is gone. So if you're using the Mike Dunaway swing method that I've been teaching, hooking the ball isn't going to be a problem. Another thing I need to caution you on is what some golfers do when they move that ball forward is they'll get to the top of their backswing and they'll feel to reach it. They got to slide into the ball. That's a big no-no. You have to swing like you normally swing. There's no change in your swing. You continue to stay behind the ball as you come in. Don't move forward. Don't let your head slide forward. Only thing that moves forward is those hips, okay? But no more than normal. And then you'll swing through. And the third thing that I need to tell you to watch out for is for our normal conventional setup where the ball is at the inset, we want that ball height to be teed up to where the equator or the middle of the ball is even with the top of our driver head, all right? When we move that ball forward, we're going to be bottoming out at the same point and start coming more on an upswing than normal. We're on a bit of an upswing with our normal swing, but when we move that forward, we're going to be up higher. So you're going to want to tee that ball up 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch higher than normal. Now that's going to feel kind of strange at first when you tee it up real high like that. You're going to feel like you're going to scoop under the ball, but as long as you keep your body position and stay behind the ball when you come through, you're not going to have any problem with that added tee height. If you look at a lot of the long ball championships, the long drive championships, you'll see a lot of these guys are doing the same thing. They're teeing the ball very high and they're putting it off their toe and they're making sure that they stay behind the ball. So they're swinging up, and with that added tee height, you're still going to catch it in the center of the club face. So that's how you can gain about 30 yards or more off the tee. You might ask, Matt, why wouldn't you always want to hit it 30 yards farther? Well, think of it this way. If I'm on a 400-yard par 4 and I just do my normal mellow swing and I hit it about 270, then I'm a pitching wedge out. Just nice, light, smooth pitching wedge into the green. If I'm on that same hole and I decide to just crank one and I end up getting myself 90, 80 yards out, for me, that's a little bit tougher shot than I always prefer to have a full shot into a green. And if I can take my pitching wedge from 130 and just go at it, I'm a happy camper. When I start getting to that 100 and 90 and 80 and 70 yards out, I'll still hit the green, but my proximity to the flag isn't quite as good. So always think of that when you're teeing off, or even when you're hitting a layup on a par 5. What is my optimum approach distance into that green? Where do I want to be hitting into the green? Now, if I'm on a 450-yard par 4, which I don't see too many of those down here where I play, but if you were, then that's definitely a spot where I want to go all at it with teeing it forward and launching one out to get 30, 40 extra yards out of it, okay? So that's how you get some extra yardage out of your drive.